Hi guys, this is Spencer, and today I'm going to talk about all things non-binary. If I keep looking down at the sheet, I've got a small structure here for me so I don't forget anything. And also, this setup is not permanent. I still haven't finished my room, so I just stuck some random art up on my wall. So it's not that pretty, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Sorry. First of all, I'm going to start by giving a general definition and some definitions about some specific terms in the theme of being non-binary. But later on, I'm also going to talk about my personal story, like how I found out I was non-binary and how I came out, or if I came out. So if you already know a lot of things about being non-binary and want to skip to that, I will put a timestamp somewhere here. First of all, I'm going to give you a definition, and I picked two different definitions, and also I'm going to put all of my sources down in the description box if you're wondering where I got my information from. First of all, the random Google definition of non-binary. Non-binary means not relating to, composed of, or involving just two things. So this definition is not especially for gender, but just not relating to or involving just two things. In this case, the just two things would be the male gender and the female gender, or the male and female sex. So not relating to male or female is the definition. Then the Urban Dictionary definition is: non-binary refers to any gender that is not exclusively male or female. So the exact same thing. Also, non-binary is an umbrella term. So anyone who does not specifically belong to just male or just female is non-binary, because you're not feeling as the binary of male or female. And I feel like I'm going to repeat myself a lot in this video. Some common examples for genders that fall under the non-binary umbrella would be agender, bigender, or gender fluid, which I'm going to explain later. So second of all, I would like to point out that gender and gender expression are not the same thing. So in the binary, you can be female, even assigned female at birth, but present as what's stereotypically male. So what you would call a tomboy, I guess. Or also you could be assigned male at birth and feel male, so you belong in the binary, but wear stereotypically female clothing. This also goes for trans people, of course, which is totally fine. But this is important for non-binary people, because I think it's important to say that for non-binary people, you don't have to have short hair and wear lipstick, which, it doesn't mean anything, all of those things. But you don't have to combine male and female features of yourself together to say that you are non-binary, that you belong to both or neither of those things. You can present absolutely female and still be non-binary. That's absolutely okay. Also, you can be assigned anything at birth and be non-binary, because what you're assigned at birth does not correlate to what you are, not in all cases. Now, about pronouns. Non-binary people, of course, anyone can choose any pronouns they're comfortable with. So you can be non-binary and be most comfortable with she, her, or he, him, or whatever. But the most common pronoun to be used in the non-binary community is they and them. They means the singular they. For example, somebody left their phone, I wonder who it belongs to. So this is somebody left their phone, which means you don't know the gender of this person because you don't know who left their phone anywhere. So this is how you use it. Or they have very nice hair, stuff like that. The pronoun of they actually emerged in the 14th century, but is used in formal and common English now with a new trend of gender-inclusive language. So it is more commonly used now, which is probably why you're wondering, what does they mean, what does non-binary mean, so which might have been why you clicked on this video. Personally, I use she, her, and they, them, and I'm going to talk about that later with my personal story. So non-binary is an umbrella term, which means it has little things that are like sub-things of the big thing. A metaphor would be, an umbrella term is Europe, and the sub-things would be Germany or Italy or France. So for example, I'm from Germany, so I could say I'm European, and I could also say I'm German. Neither of those things falsifies the other thing, so I am both European and German. So I could also, if I was agender, I could say I am non-binary and agender. So those things are not mutually exclusive. Some examples of identities that belong within the non-binary umbrella are agender, which means you feel no correlation to any gender. So gender fluid is when your gender identity changes over time. This can be any span of time, long or short. Then also bigender is you identify as any two genders. This could be male and female, this could be male and agender, this could be anything really. Genderqueer is a term which can be used like non-binary. Like a lot of people see non-binary and genderqueer as the same thing, because genderqueer means you do not subscribe to conventional gender distinction. So you do not subscribe to male or female, or you do not subscribe to any binary. So it's the same thing, but you can also identify as genderqueer. It's really just how you like to label and what you like to label yourself as. And now to my personal story. If you don't know me, I'm Spencer. I'm 17 years old. I live in Germany, and I identify as non-binary. I don't identify as any further term like the ones I explained before. How did I know that I was non-binary? The simple answer is I didn't. I've been questioning for about 2 years because I tried to think of different ways. Like, I knew I did not feel female because I'm quite obviously, I guess, assigned female at birth. But I knew I'm not, or at least not completely, and maybe not really female. I just didn't feel that. But also I'm not male because I have a friend who's trans male, so I went through the transition with him. But I didn't really feel like any of that was me. So after I had been questioning for quite a long time, I guess, I came across the terms non-binary, and I had come across this term earlier, but I wasn't sure if that was a thing. It was pretty new for me. So I started to question, like, well, if I just don't feel like anything, if I don't feel like male or female or a demi-girl or whatever I could be, maybe I'm just nothing. And that's when it started, and I started to think about it for months and months, and now I'm pretty damn sure I'm just non-binary. I just don't care. So that's my personal identity, I guess. About coming out. I have come out to one person in real life, and basically all of you guys in the virtual life. So I came out to my very best friend. I already knew he was very accepting of all of that stuff because he was still is in the LGBT community himself, and I know him very well, so I knew he was going to accept me. So I just came right out and was like, hey dude, I think I'm non-binary. And he was like, that's cool, that's totally cool, should I call you any other name or anything? And I had decided on Spencer before because Spencer could be either a male or a female name, so I like it, I guess. He's very supporting, and he also tries to call me Spencer whenever he can, so not in front of other people, but if we're texting privately, he will call me Spence or Spencer or anything, and that always makes me very happy. I have not come out to any of my other friends or family yet. I don't know if I ever will. And that's because Germany does not have a neutral pronoun. Germany doesn't have the singular they or anything. So in German, you're either he or she. There's nothing else. So it would be, I guess it would just be too complicated for me to come out as non-binary, and then, because if I came out, I would want people to call me Spencer and call me my right pronouns, but you can't in German, and you can't in Germany, so I don't think that's going to happen. And also I'm fine. Like, I don't experience gender dysphoria. Well, I do, but I don't experience social gender dysphoria. I experience body dysphoria, but not social dysphoria, which I'm very grateful for. So I'm fine when people call me she. I like it more when I'm being called they and Spencer. But it's like, alright. Maybe that'll change, but as of right now, it's okay. So my coming out story of gender has been very easy, because I've only come out to one person and I already knew it was going to accept me, so I don't really have anything about advice, I guess, to share with you. The only advice I would give you is to do some research and make it available for the people that you want to come out to. Like have some information about the singular they and how to use it, and have some information just about what it means, and that basically if it's your parents, that they shouldn't call you son or daughter, but just like your kid, I guess. Stuff like that, so that they know what to do, because non-binary is even less visible, I guess, than trans female or trans male. Last of all, just some things to know about non-binary things. Non-binary people are not indecisive or uncertain, because non-binary is a way to feel, and it's a valid and entire whole way to feel. It's nothing half. Or it's okay to be non-binary and look and feel however you want to. Okay, so a disclaimer from me: I am not a professional, and I only use the sources that I've put in the description box and my own experiences and my own feelings. So I am by no way a professional, and I probably made some kind of mistake. If I did, please do tell me in the comments so I can correct them with like a little speech bubble box that you can put in the video. I don't know how YouTube works really, but I think you can do that. So do tell me if there's anything that you would like to comment on. Also, if you have any questions, you can either check out the links of my sources in the description, or you can comment the question down below. If there's enough questions, I might, I will try to answer them like directly, but if there's enough questions, I could also do like a question and answer video about non-binary things, which would be going directly into your problems. Like you could ask for advice, or you could ask about anything you haven't understood yet, or anything I haven't touched upon, because this is just a very rough thing about non-binary, like the very general idea of it, but it's by no way an entire thing. I guess that's all for today. So Spencer and Spencer are saying bye. Bye!